Yo, what's up, guys? My name is SmurpH. I'm the worst commentator commentating, and yeah, this is Modern Warfare 3. This is a buddy's gameplay. He doesn't have a YouTube channel. It's not Halo 3. But anyways, let's get into the topic. And the topic today is racism. And surprisingly, it's something that I have not really covered too much on my channel at all, pretty much. I looked at all my commentaries and I looked back and I was like, there's no way I haven't done this one already, right? And I just kept looking back and I noticed that I haven't done it. So anyways, let's get into where I'm at. I live in a neighborhood that is primarily white kids. I think there is about. I'm just gonna go out there and I don't know if you guys really have a problem with me calling them black, but I'm white, so they're black, I guess. But anyways, there's about 3 or 4 like black kids in my school in general, and it's just a heavily populated white neighborhood because we have a lot of money and we're just a bunch of rich snotty kids. Except for me, on the other hand, I'm not wealthy or anything. But anyways, and I haven't always, I kind of really stopped it. But when I was like 8 and 9, we used to go like drive through the city. And the city where I live is a primarily black, impoverished neighborhood. And when I used to drive through there, I used to be like, "Oh my God, we're gonna get shot" or whatever. But it was stupid because you're not really gonna get shot unless you did something to somebody or you are just on the sidewalk. And I know why I would ever go on the sidewalk in the city if I was so scared. But anyways, nothing was ever going to happen to me, and I was just so scared. And then I always associated the idea of being black with the idea of being a mean and aggressive person. And I've dropped that idea over the years because it's just a stupid one, and I've started to learn that, we're all just human beings. But, back then I used to think so heavily, but the reason I used to think that is because, why those neighborhoods are so filled with, the black African American society is because slavery was only recently abolished. If you really think about it, throughout the course of history, it's only been about 100 something years since we've abolished it, and since then, we kind of just threw the slaves out into like little areas where there's a bunch of poverty and stuff like that, and we just threw them out there. And it's as they started, having kids and stuff, and generations started moving along, they never really got a chance to get out of that area or get out of that lifestyle. Because once you are born into poverty, you are pretty much, it doesn't matter if you're white or black. Once you are born into poverty, you really don't have a chance to move up. And because, of all the racism and stuff in the world, segregation was only removed about 50 years ago. It's kind of ridiculous. If you think about the time span of things, it's kind of ridiculous. Segregation was only removed about 50 years ago, and we've always just looked down on black people. So we kind of just we didn't give them jobs. We didn't give them fair opportunities to get out of where they lived. So generations keep moving along, and they are still stuck in poverty. And it sucks that we just associate, the ghettos with a bunch of aggressive black people, because they're probably not. There's probably plenty of great people who live in the ghetto. And it's just sad that we're so racist, and we just base our thoughts on a whole society of people on just what we know. What the slim amount of people that we know that are involved with that kind of like lifestyle. And and it also goes the same for a lot of people. We are all immigrants here in America. I'm talking about America. You might live somewhere else, but I'm talking about America. We're all immigrants here. We just came over here and we killed a bunch of Native Americans, and we said, hey, we fucking live here, and everybody who's not white isn't equal. And I think it's just stupid that we did that because, it was their fucking land. Just because we had better weaponry doesn't mean, that we can just exterminate a whole population and just think that it's correct. But anyways, we also look at like, the Hispanic and Mexican race. They're coming over here and they're trying to take our jobs. But what they are actually doing is they're trying to earn a living for their families, because they are just taking jobs for cheaper because they have to earn a living. You don't understand what they've gone through in their lives. You've always been, you've had your parents and you've had a nice house and everything. But people coming over from Mexico might have not had those things, and they might want those things for their family. So they come over here and they try to do work, and all we do is criticize them. We pass laws in Arizona where we are allowed to publicly, just profile them, and we're just allowed to pull them over just because of the race. And just it's just stupid how we're still a pretty fucking racist country, and I don't think that we'll ever get over the hump anytime soon, because it's such a big hump and it's been there for so long, and people's minds are just developed, and we're raised to think that Mexicans are stealing our jobs or blacks are just terrible people because of the place where we associate that they live all most of the time. And it's just stupid that society thinks like that. I mean, it's stupid that I used to think like that, and I just wish that we could all be equal. And with the gay marriage thing is also an inequality issue. But yeah, I just think we should just accept each other. That's all I have to say, really. But anyway, I love you guys. Have a nice day.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.